Overmatched Euros need a couple miracles to keep Ryder Cup. He can't clone Jon Rahm. He can't make any last-minute substitutions. He can't sneak up and cut the laces on the Americans' golf shoes or superglue the head covers to their drivers. All European captain Padraig Harrington can do at this point is post the lineup card, recite a few lines from Winston Churchill's "We shall fight on the beaches" speech, wave his guys on their way Sunday morning and then pray a lot. Harrington knocked that first task off his to-do list late Saturday, predictably front-loading his lineup in a desperate bid to gain momentum and then somehow sustain it through the dozen singles matches. The Europeans trail captain Steve Stricker's young and hungry US squad 11-5, and no team has ever come back from a deficit of more than 4 points. Worse, after losing 7 of the last 9 cups, the Americans are out for revenge. "They have run the score up on us before," said Tony Finau. "And if we have the opportunity, we are going to run it up on them tomorrow." Avoiding embarrassment is a reasonable goal. Englishman Ian Poulter, hardly exaggerating Europe's chances for a comeback, put it this way: "We need a couple of miracles."
What the Europeans really need is a dozen players like Rahm, the steely-eyed Spaniard, who currently sits atop the world rankings. He has won all 3 of his team matches alongside countryman Sergio Garcia and tied the 4th, practically carrying England's Tyrrell Hatton on his back. "The team is playing good," said Rahm, being more gracious than candid. "Half of Europe's squad has failed to contribute so much as a half point. Just putts not dropping in and a couple things here and there that just could happen that haven't happened. I'd like to believe that things even out." Golf is a very complicated and ironic and sarcastic game sometimes, Rahm added a moment later, and teams can be capable of some great things, like the US has done so far the last 2 days. It could be our chance. Momentum is everything on the final day of the Ryder Cup. Anyone who has watched the scoreboard change colors like the temperature gauge in an overheating car knows how quickly a cushion can become a hot seat. Think of how fast the Europeans, holding a 10-6 lead, slid down the drain just ahead of American Justin Leonard's putt at Brookline in 1999. Or the way the Europeans similarly turned the tables in 2012, erasing that same deficit for an improbable win at Medina. "I think we learned a lot of lessons from 2012, said Stricker, who played on that team and lost his singles match to Martin Kaymer. "Probably the thing I can say is that we didn't do a good job then putting our lineup out on Sunday. That was definitely one of the things that we were talking about up there tonight." "So he said finally. "It's hard to say if you got it right or not. With 8 players ranked among the top 10 in the world and only one outside the top 20, Scottie Scheffler, at number 21, Stricker's job was picking through an embarrassment of riches. Xander Schauffele, who went 3-0, leads off against also winless Rory McIlroy. World number 2 ranked Dustin Johnson, the squad's oldest player and the only golfer on either side to go 4-0 through the team matches, will get to sleep in and plays in the 6th match against winless Paul Casey. Daniel Berger, one of 6 American rookies, wound up in the 12th spot against Matt Fitzpatrick, yet another European without a point. Except for McIlroy, Harrington lined up all of his winless players in slots 6-12. Rahm plays the 3rd match against Scottie Scheffler, and Garcia goes off 4th against long-hitting Bryson DeChambeau. "These things can be done," said Harrington, who played in the 1999 match at Brookline. "It is more of an individual game tomorrow, and our job is getting them to focus on winning their point. That's the biggest thing they can do to help the team."
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.